going to do like a quick video because I told my friend Kevin, here's Kevin, I told him after I made the earlier video, which you already have seen, I said, oh, I shared some of, you know, the different stories of my friends that they talk about. So this actually, you get a little view here, I actually live like 100 yards back that way. This is the turnaround. I've not really hung out here. You've seen me at a lot of the other turnarounds, but this one's nice because it's high. So what you have is a lot of homeless friends. They find, you know, places that have like a little cover and stuff like that. Kevin, how long have you been now in Texas or in the Bluff?
In Flower Bluff, going on 2 months, 2.5 months. Yeah.
Do you want to share a little of your journey? How, what's it like? How many years you been on the street?
We've been doing the streets now going on 7 years.
You've had some experiences out in California?
Yes,
okay.
As well as other states.
And on the journey that you're on, I didn't share a lot of what we talked about yesterday, but on the journey that you're on, sometimes God allows you to be like in circumstances, situations, you don't have to get specific, but you get to speak the word of the Lord at times, where the average, you know, like church-going person is not always having those experiences. And if you are sensitive to, you know, the timing of God, you might sometimes, you know, you're in situations where you could speak a word and other people are normally not going to hear it, but God enables you to be there.
Yes, He does. He enables a lot.
Yes. Now let me ask you, Lucy, you don't see her, she's kind of in the back, laying down. Lucy, we've had some good talks. She was mentioning yesterday how she identified with Ruth in the Bible because the story of Ruth, how she, you know, chose to serve the Lord. And everyone, how hard is it to be on the street, Kevin? To exist? Do you find that, like, in a little while I'm going to...
It's got its hard times, but we're not homeless, we're houseless.
Yes.
That's how we look at it. So it's had its hard times, but I wouldn't say it gets easier. You just get more adapted to living in that kind of environment. And you meet the other people on the street, you know, the home bum family, and overall, if you've ever been out here, everyone kind of looks out. Everyone eats, everyone knows where to go, where to get clean clothes, where to get a shower.
And, you know, I was talking to Kevin. He's new as far as, we got a mutual friend, Raven. You've seen Raven before. I did, Raven's been on video. In a few minutes, we'll probably go over to the park. It's a Saturday at it's about 10 o'clock. And Brother Dave does a feeding ministry at the park. But it's interesting because the homeless kind of form a community. I just saw another friend of mine, I won't give his name. I ain't seen him, you know, yesterday I think I seen him, but I ain't talked to him in, I don't know, 10 years. He was sitting up here. So you got some friends, some of my friends that have been around for many years in, we could say, the Bluff or basically Corpus Christi, but others come through, they hook up with, they meet the people on the street. Most of the people are good people on the street. You get along with them, they help each other. They, you know, I ran into Kevin because I stopped at this little corner store and I usually stop there and get my soda and stuff like that. And being Kevin is right close, I run into him a lot. He got the offering of the $1 today.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And the thing with faith on the street is I've learned to ask certain questions when asking if someone has faith in God and they say yes. The question one should be asking is, what God do you have faith in?
Yeah.
And while everyone seems to have a common knowledge and sense of God, and no one, me and Lucy aren't perfect by no means, but it just seems to be, I wouldn't say harder than the faith that goes within the church. Everyone has their walks and trials in their faith. So one's not harder than the other, but some of the situations that we found ourselves in, back as far as California to our first time in Texas, through the desert states, was we were around some really evil, demonic, satanic stuff. We didn't even know it until we realized it, and then it was kind of like, oh, we're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So over the past 7 years, even identifying that, now me and Lucy just kind of stick around, and we don't find ourselves in church on Sunday. We find ourselves in tunnels and bridges with some really evil, dark, satanic shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
for we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Exactly.
but against principalities and powers, rulers of darkness, of evil places. We're in a spiritual warfare, and on the street you're going to experience it
on a lot of levels. Yeah,
Yeah.
because some of it's spiritual, and ones who aren't spiritual don't realize it's spiritual. They think it's another. They don't see a lot of things for what they are, I guess.
Yeah.
But let those who listen, and those who won't listen, they won't listen. He sends his soldiers or his faith goers out to people of unintelligible speech. Is that what he says?
Yes.
So a lot of people either don't understand and they conform with ways that make more sense to them in their mind, or they do understand and they profile us. And someone shared with me the other day. They said it's impossible to live up to Christ's standards. It can't be done. And that walking in the faith of Christ, when people find this out, they're going to take what they can from you. They're going to run over you. They know you're never going to retaliate, which that's not true.
I mean, you could defend yourself, is what I've often said. You're allowed to.
So I have kind of a different understanding of the scriptures. I look at things a little more off-centered than should be.
I was mentioning earlier the one little thing talked about yesterday, the sign of Jonah the prophet.
Yes.
And that was kind of interesting because we were discussing.
I struggled with that when I was trying. What's the sign of Jonah? You know what I mean? But it was broken down. The 3 days never.
Yes.
I don't know why it never crossed my mind.
And it's interesting, and I shared that earlier. That's why I mentioned it on the teaching video. We're windy. I'm glad you got to see Kevin. I'm going to see some more of my friends at the park. I think I'm going to give Kevin and Lucy a ride in a few minutes. There's another sweet girl over here. She's resting. She's going to go to work, but you see, she's homeless, but she goes to work every day. She's a nice girl. I just met her. So don't always judge the people on the street. It's very difficult. I got a lot of my friends that get in the work that they can get, but it's quite expensive to get off the street because you don't just need
we're working a system now for housing. It's a process.
Yeah. You're a veteran, aren't you, Kevin?
Yes.
I had a couple of veterans that gave a little bit of testimony, but you were in, I think you told me, Fallujah.
I've deployed to Iraq.
Okay, Iraq.
Well, Fallujah is a city within Iraq.
Yes. So you had your experiences.
Yes.
So you are one of the examples, like you've seen a lot of my friends, homeless veterans. It's kind of a very sad thing to see, but that's a problem we have in the street. I'm going to end it.
We're always where we need to be.
Yeah.
Is how me and Lucy look at it.
Yeah. How many years on the street now, Kevin? 7?
7 going on. It'll be 8 this year.
Okay.
So we just found a lot of people persecute and judge those who aren't in a position to be persecuted and judged, and the persecutors happen to have their own hands stained with innocent blood likewise. So it's a slaughter out here. Literally, both sides hate me.
I talk on these issues a lot. A lot of my friends don't see. I deal with a lot of these issues. I pray a blessing on everybody. Pray for Kevin and Lucy. I'll see some of my other friends today. I won't do another video today, but I thought it was good that you got to see. This is a nice spot up here. I never got to do a video.
Right down the wall.
I see. He showed me. They got some scriptures, verses. He showed me. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Bless everybody. God bless.